Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. The number one most comprehensive Bronco channel by far, hands down, anywhere. I just want to start off by saying we weren't blowing smoke up your ass, okay? Everybody was talking that we told you if you just waited, if you just waited. And the just waited crowd that said, if you just listen to us, we told you, just wait, that said that this is all turned around. They all want to fire the coach now. Same people, same people. We think that our audience is better than that. If you're just going to hear, let's fire the coach kind of stuff, then you came to the wrong place. We're a very comprehensive. We'll break this thing way down, and go places that these people never go, and we're proven right. Time and time again. We even have some of our detractors come and say, I hate to say it, but you guys are right. That's why we're here. It's why we have a channel, because we want to just set the record straight and just cut through all the bullshit. Okay. I want to just say this. And it dawned on me, this loss to me, for all you people, and I'm not saying this is nothing about defending Fangio, but all you people who can only focus your attention on Fangio, I just want to say this. This loss has Elway's fingerprints all over it. And let me explain it in real simple terms for you. Who was it that wanted to bring Melvin Gordon in for all this money and get rid of our other running back? And this is kind of a pattern we've seen continuing, even before Fangio, before this all was going on before George Payton. But what I want to say is, so the Broncos there was all kinds of problems going on, but they got themselves in a position to turn the game around. And what happened? What really blew the whole thing? The guy who has a track record for fumbling at the goal line, and that guy, the Chargers were happy to get rid of him for that very reason. That was the turnaround, despite of all the other crap that we're going to talk about. There's a lot of other crap, but they managed to get themselves into a position to get back in the game, which in my opinion was over. Their receiver, I don't want to say Hawkins, I'm not sure. When their receiver dropped the ball, it was a sure touchdown. It just delayed the inevitable. That just delayed the inevitable. But they got themselves in position, and the guy that the Chargers got rid of for doing exactly what he did, Elway couldn't wait to get him and ship the other guy down the road. Don't give that to Williams, that ball. Make sure you give it to Gordon, somebody that's notorious. I just wanted to put that out there because it just kept gnawing at me. In my opinion, the straw that broke the camel's back was Gordon fumbling, and it has Elway's fingerprints all over it. I'm getting sick and tired of everybody saying, get rid of Fangio as if that's going to solve anything. Keep the problem that's there. The main problem that's there, I mean, I say get rid of everybody. But if you sit there and say that Elway, to keep Elway and keep Shermer, I heard, Shermer wasn't there. You can't blame Shermer. You can't blame Shermer. He wasn't even there. All these apologies. I'm done with it. I mean, the bottom line is the team's got to get sold, and the team, the owner, obviously you can't let Elway into the building. You just can't do it. except for a meet and greet. And that's all for the camera. Say hi. Okay, get out to the parking lot now. You people that want to tank for draft picks, that's another thing I heard. Who's going to be your coach when the new owner comes? Who are you going to draft? I just want to something it's in line with what I'm saying, but think of Bill Belichick for a second. I said Mac Jones has got to go to the Patriots. Everybody had said, oh, it's all Tom Brady. It's all Tom Brady. Well, his stock's going down right now. Belichick's is going up because, yeah, he needs a quarterback, obviously. But I said that's the guy that fits that system and they're in a development. So I just was told by Kolby that Dre'Mont Jones is up there blaming coaches because he sucks and he can't blame himself. Richard Simmons. Justin Simmons sucks. And we were talking about that through the whole game. He sucks. And you made him the spokesperson and drummed out the other spokesperson, which was Von Miller, which probably is good for him. You know, he's on an actual team that can develop players, and now they're ready to put some pieces together. I don't know if Odell Beckham, I don't know if that guy's the answer, but anyway, what I'm just saying is that you need a culture. You don't need, it's not about firing Fangio. It's not about drumming Bridgewater out. It's not about all this other stuff. It's about a culture that needs to be here. And that's at the very top. And if you people can't learn that, if you guys can't, getting coaches, what are they going to do? There's only one guy calling the shots. He wants to be the offensive coordinator. And it just seems to me, too, that there's a certain mindset. Me and you were, Kolby, we're going back and forth in our little messaging. It just seems like they don't want to stick to what really works for them. They're committed to this idea they're the Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody is driving that, and I cannot imagine in my wildest dreams that Vic Fangio rolls around at night wanting to be the Kansas City Chiefs offensively. And George Payton wasn't here, and there's only one guy who's, I believe, that is stubborn enough that he wants it done a certain way, no matter what. And it's not Shermer. This predates. He's the guy that brought Shermer here. So until that's addressed, you're going to keep. You mentioned, Kolby, that this team has, offensively has no identity, and I thought that was just screaming in this whole offense. This game, it screamed no identity. They had more identity the week before when they begrudged. I mean, like we said they didn't want to do it, but they did it despite themselves against the Dallas Cowboys. So I want to talk about this game. There's a lot to unpack with this game. I want to go all the way back to the beginning before 3 and out right away, 3 and out right off the bat. No, we are not going to run. We're going to go right into this ridiculous game plan of theirs. So take me through the first 3 and out. What was that all about? What were they trying to accomplish in the first 3 and out?
They were trying to accomplish the John Elway / Pat Shermer wishing Kansas City offense. That's what they were trying to accomplish. And I want to unpack on what you said because I think you bring up great points. I really want to unpack something because I think that what you just talked about isn't getting talked enough around the media that they need to talk about this because they can't just do it here and there. They can't just do it, when they feel like it. No, the main issue is John Elway in this organization. And this is why I wanted to come on this channel with you because I got sick and tired of the bullshit. Okay. I got sick and tired of the bullshit. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I was right on this game. Well, I mean, seriously, you ask yourself this. Me and you were right on this game. in terms of what this could be about here.
You know what cracks me up is all you heard was how Broncos were going to be 6-4 going into the bye. But you said this was big play Slay. That's what cracks me up. When that guy ran that, now, you know, he got a lucky bounce to him, but at the same time, I could not stop thinking about you mentioning that in our pregame. And there's nobody mentions anything in the pregame, in their pregame about player personnel versus player personnel. And now they're all shocked.
Yeah, this game came down to player personnel, and this game came down with a functional organization and a dysfunctional organization.
But they don't have a good record. But you know what they didn't take under consideration is this team is building they're building each week. This quarterback is getting better and better and more accurate each week. Nobody wanted to talk about that.
Well, and also no one wanted to talk about what were they doing for the majority of the game? They were doing the read option. And what did I say coming into this game? They were going to do the read option in the spread game when the 5 receiver sets. See, ladies and gentlemen, I don't come up here to blow smoke up your ass, okay? Am I wrong here and there? Yes. But when it comes to games like this, when I know it's a real football team from both lines of the scrimmage and player personnel-wise, you can't sit there and tell me with a straight face and say that I'm wrong. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have notes here that are longer than what you could imagine here. Because I take notes with a consistent basis, and I look at teams deeper than you realize. I take a deep dive. We have a general manager mindset on this channel, and we know we're bullshit when we see it. Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't it STR that said, and you brought it up to me, that Jalen Hurts is inaccurate and this is going to be a shoo-in game for the Denver Broncos?
He's inaccurate.
Those are the people that you're listening to. And when we come on here and give you the facts that the offensive line for the Eagles is no joke, they're a top 5 unit, and they proved once again against the shittiest defensive line in the game.
But Dre'Mont Jones went up on a soapbox. Dre'Mont Jones, we're the online platform that said he's the most wonderful thing. He's up on the soapbox he's doing what you want to do. He's yelling at the coach. That's going to solve all our problems. How did he look against those? And Sandy Clough says he got a sack. Did he get a sack?
No, he didn't get a sack.
Yeah, stop lying. I mean, can you, STR, just please stop lying? It's just once. Try to treat the fans decent, respectful. Stop lying, please.
And ladies and gentlemen, I said that this was a top 5 offensive line unit, and I said what happened once the game got near the end, in the middle of the second quarter on. What happened with our offensive line, especially on the left side? It broke down. And I said that Fletcher Cox, Derek Barnett, and Javon Hargrave will be a problem in this game. See, I hate being right. I fucking hate being right. But someone has to come up here and say to all the fucking STR and John Elway, I'm talking to you. You are such an egotistical piece of shit. Because you can't say, you drummed Phillip Lindsay out of town for fucking Melvin Gordon. And now you got a good running back. You have a running back that is getting better and better each fucking week. And you are still favoring Melvin fucking Gordon.
That's how this operation works here. I don't understand how come people have not learned this. We see Justin Simmons. He looked like shit out there. So online platform, shut the fuck up. This guy sucks. I mean, big time. In this game, he was grossly. Yeah, they targeted him.
And I sent you a 5-second video of something that I have here on my fucking notes. 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Okay, let's just take a step back. 10 minutes in the second quarter. I'm not going to go farther because we have a lot to unpack here. But I just want to bring up this specific fucking play. They went after Hawkins, the guy you were talking about. What did fucking Justin Simmons do? He let up.
he let up.
And we see that time and time and time and time again. We saw it on the 30-yard run with fucking Hurts. He just sat there and waited for him instead of going up and trying to fucking make a play.
Yeah.
This guy fucking sucks. And so does
Yeah.
Dre'Mont Jones. These two players absolutely fucking suck. They fucking suck.
Yeah, but well, of course they do. And they're because these people just praise this mediocrity. They praise them, and then what do? It's just like the old. It's just like it's like the old Raiders. You know, it ain't Al Davis. Don't you dare talk about Al Davis. You fire that coach. You fire that GM. You fire that quarterback. On and on, and it's all you get from them. And the people that don't look into it, the people that don't take each part of every piece apart, taking a look at it. All they want to do is they want the quick answers. They want the quick answers. So,
okay, so we're sorry to go off there. You wanted to talk about the first possession. We'll start
first possession. Yes.
This is what I was saying to you. It was a give and take, and what I mean by a give and take is they were going to do it last week, but they were going to do it last week, and me and you mentioned it. It was a give and take. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was Mike Munchak, Mike Shula, and Elway. Mike Munchak, you can have one series here, and then we're going to run the Pat Shurmur, the Kansas City 20-plus yards offense. And can I just say this here right now? Who the fuck is going to be scared of that? Especially defensively. Who the fuck is going to be up late at night worrying about this offense?
No, let me get deep dive into that just a second. Every team in the NFL wants to start scoring again. They want to get the ball. This defense is totally disrespected. They want to score. They want to score on the Broncos because they know once the Broncos get even a little bit behind, they fall apart. I mean, they just completely fold like a lawn chair.
And what did we say the first 3 weeks of the season? Once this team hits real adversity, they're going to run with their fucking tails between their legs. You sons of bitches who think I'm an idiot. Fuck you. And who all you fucking Phillip Lindsay critics, you Melvin Gordon lovers, you wanted to drum Phillip Lindsay out of town? Where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Same Dre'Mont Jones.
Yeah. No, that was a great decision. That's Elway's fingerprints on all that stuff. It goes back. Why does Gordon keep getting in the ball like that? Okay, in those situations, he's notorious. And I have a video when we got Melvin Gordon. You can go back in the archive, and I said this guy's notorious to doing exactly what he just did. And I did say they're probably going to get rid of Lindsay too, because that's how Elway works. Now, break down the offensive line. Who were the heroes? Who were the zeros?
Quinn and Miners. And can I just say, can I pat myself on the back saying that was a really good pick, by the way? This guy is an absolute stud out there. He brings a mentality on that offensive line. Why the fuck haven't we started this dude? I would start him over Lloyd Cushenberry immediately. Okay.
Yeah, yes, Cushenberry. Yeah, let's talk about Cushenberry. Was this guy just getting blown up again?
It looked like Connor McGovern back there.
Okay, so Bridgewater's getting push up the middle. Well, we constantly talk about push up the middle. What happened? What was the overall body of work of Bridgewater with that push up the middle right into his face? What happened to Bridgewater today?
He couldn't step up into his throws, and he was getting fidgety out there because he knew that he was going to get his ass. They got their asses kicked offensively today. And I said coming into this game that front seven for the Eagles is no joke. Yeah, they're undisciplined in some of their aspects on that defense, but that front seven is no joke. Okay?
Why can't the fans and why can't
stupid?
Well, wait a second. Why can't the fans, why can't sports talk radio, why can't these stupid online platforms get it through their head and put the energy that they go into firing this person, firing that, and promoting players that suck? Why can't they really, really hone in on getting the lines like we see some of these other teams have? Why can't they figure that out? What's going on up there in their head? They can't figure that out.
Let me tell you, because they don't do the deep dive research like me and you do. They don't do it. They take what Dove Valley puts out and they apply it to their platform and they run with it. Me and you don't go by that. We do film review, we do film breakdowns, we do a deep dive research of every NFL team that is successful and unsuccessful, and look at that as a GM point of view and understand how this team needs to get better and how this team's gotten better. Okay, you bring up a great point with Mac Jones and the Patriots. That's a great, excellent point on your part, because you were the person saying that Mac Jones would fit that system because of the offensive line and the stability they have in that organization. Because
exactly. Yes. I mean, that was like a no-brainer. But this is the other thing. The Patriot organization knows how to develop. Everybody thought, oh, it's just Brady waving magic wands everywhere because you're so dumb.
Stop down. Up. Look at the difference.
Yeah.
It's
and Mac Jones is only going to get better under Belichick. He's only going to get better. They're going to put player personnel around him. It's going to start developing. You're going to see. It's going to be like having Brady back in there again. Maybe. But I mean, they will definitely be probably a playoff contending team, but with Buffalo, they'll be eventually going head to head with Buffalo. There'll be some exciting football for the AFC East.
And yes, great point.
Look what's happening. Look what's happening here. The Chargers are still in that, getting there. They're still, they're kind of, they're still working on that.
Yes.
Raiders are falling apart. They had everybody wrote them off, and I think if all this crap hadn't happened, which nobody expected, the guy killing the drunk driver and then the Gruden thing, they probably would be way ahead of everybody right now. Kansas City's starting to now fall apart. Now they're going into that decline that we talked about. That you're not going to it's not going to be sustainable.
Hey, you paid all that money to that great quarterback that everybody mentions.
Yeah, God, but God doesn't look like God anymore, does he?
Nope.
Kind of funny how that works, right?
Yeah, and it's funny, we should stick to the game, like the deep dive of the game, because I think me and you need to talk about this game in a bigger aspect. We need to go deeper into the rabbit hole, because I think there's a lot to unpack here, especially offensively with this team. For all the praise that Calvin Anderson and Lloyd Cushenberry got for their win against the Cowgirls, Cameron Fleming, I said it was a good, decent pickup, and I believe that was a George Payton pickup. And Quentin Miners, I mean, these two are way ahead of all three players on the left-hand side. They were running behind that. They were running on that side of the ball and having success. They were pulling the guard. Quentin Miners, I cannot talk enough. I cannot praise this guy enough, because this guy is an absolute monster, manhandling guys, just helping the running back get first down after first down after first down, getting to the second level and able to springboard the running game. Yet you have guys like Calvin Anderson, Dalton Risner, and Lloyd Cushenberry get a pass because they're Elway picks and just getting manhandled out there, getting absolutely destroyed in their technique work and certain recognition of blitz pickup. I mean, these guys can't do a blitz pickup to save their life. And when they do, they get pushed back at will. They suck. This whole team sucks.
Now, he had, I think, whatchamacallit had one sack, but that's not the story. The story is the hurries. The story is how many times was Bridgewater off his spot? How often? Yeah. So the majority of the game, that defensive line was going through us like Swiss cheese. Where
on the left side.
On the left side. They attack, and you're going to probably continue to see that too.
Of course. Even
with Bowles, I think you're going to continue to see that.
Yeah, I think you're going to continue to see that. And to all the online platforms out there, we could take a step back and look at this. What did they say when Jerry Jeudy came back, that it was going to help springboard this offense?
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course.
Where was Jerry Jeudy in this game?
Well, here, everything starts and stops with the lines.
I understand that, but they praise this motherfucker like he's Jerry Rice. Okay.
No, I know, because guess what? He is a who pick?
Elway pick.
He's an Elway pick, of course. And Noah Fant was even though they blame Elway for the pick,
Rich Scangarello
was Rich Scangarello. Just like Reisner was Rich Scangarello. That was that same system, right? It was the tight end heavy system.
Yep.
Which I think Reisner thrives in more than this system they're trying to run now.
I agree.
And then, that was the problem too with Elway. Flip-flopping systems all over the place. Now it's Kansas City. We're going to stick to that. Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff's going to take care of itself until this ownership. And I did hear some calls saying that too, is that we're just waiting for ownership. We're just waiting for ownership. So there are people that get it. There are some people that get it. Now, let's just really quick, let's go to the defense. How did Dre'Mont Jones look there? How did he look? The sack he never really got.
He didn't get a sack. Sandy Clough, you are a moron. You're a dipshit. And stop defending Elway's players, you moron. I mean, you're going to attack people who come on your show and say, well, I get paid for this shit. Yet you get paid for this shit and you're still wrong.
Yeah.
And me and you don't get paid for this shit, and 90% of the time we're right.
Yeah.
Especially
Go figure.
This team got their fucking ass kicked on both lines of the football today. This wasn't something where, our defensive line, was getting pressure. The offensive line for the Eagles was manhandling us, especially in the second half. I didn't find Shelby Harris. I didn't find Dre'Mont Jones. I couldn't find Malik Reed. Malik Reed was getting schooled out there to some degree. I mean, Jonathan Cooper had some good plays here and there, but he wasn't consistent as last week. But I think that had more to do with the Cowboys being inept in the offensive play calling than the Eagles, who I said that they were more creative offensively than the Cowgirls. And what did I say? They were going to run that read option, dump it to the halfback, do those screens, throw those slant routes in the middle of the field. And I knew they were going to attack Surtain, and I knew they were going to hit the stuff in the short to intermediate routes and then go deep with it. And that's what they did. And they are attacking Justin Simmons' side like a motherfucker. And I cannot say enough. Justin Simmons is the worst player on this team right now. He sucks. He fucking sucks.
Well, I would attack Justin. I always say attack Justin Simmons because he does not help. He doesn't help anybody. I would constantly go after him because I know he's a zero factor. He doesn't help in the top. He doesn't help in the middle. He plays as soft as anybody else you could ever see. And then he gets an interception that really was because of push up the middle, which we never had. We got one play where we had push up the middle.
Shelby Harris caused that interception, not Justin Simmons. It wasn't his recognition on that play. It's because the ball was floating up there like a lollipop for 5 seconds, and Justin Simmons was able to get there in time to intercept it. Stop defending Justin Simmons, you motherfucker! Stop defending this dude. Just stop defending him. He sucks. He is a liability out there. Okay.
Yeah. I would attack him every time. And when Hawkins, when he dropped the ball, what did Darby and Simmons both do?
They stopped.
And why are we praising? So why are we praising him?
You know what? I think Darby is playing good right now. But we have to understand this. I think he was expecting help over the top.
Of course he is.
And look what happened. Justin Simmons wasn't there.
He never is.
Not get it through your fucking heads, especially STR and Elway. This guy sucks ass. Why did you pay him the third highest paid safety in the game? This guy fucking sucks.
I know we were going notes back and forth saying you were telling me that the whole game he was getting burned all the time.
He was. Okay. On that second, on the it was a goal line touchdown, his Devontae Smith's second touchdown.
Yes, I asked about that.
Simmons was he got mixed up. There was three wide. I think there was 2 to 3 wide receivers on this side. Devontae Smith was in the slot, so I think he was the third receiver. I think it was Fuller who was covering him or somebody.
Yes, it was Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller. And what did Justin Simmons do? He was helping.
He must have hid.
He got caught up in the traffic over there and was like, "Oh my God, what did I just do?" Like, this guy can't read plays. He sucks. He fucking sucks.
I know.
And I know tomorrow Cecil Lammey and his bitch Nick Ferguson are gonna come on there and defend that shit.
It sucks. Well, and that's the problem. That's the problem. This is why the Broncos have a losing record, because they actually promote it. They defend it. That's why I'm saying the culture here needs to change. We're here to tell you we're not a part of that. No. We don't want nothing to do with it. We want a change in culture all the way across the board, where we're not putting up with that kind of garbage anymore. Pat Bowlen never put up with it, and we're going to try to keep that legacy going.
Well, you know what? People don't understand how lucky they had it with Bowlen, because they're so brainwashed by Elway. Oh man, this is what's interesting about that.
If go talk to any other fan of any other team, they all agree that Pat Bowlen is probably something we'll never be able to replace. They all understood Pat Bowlen. They all understand how Elway sucks. Everybody outside understands that. That's well known.
Of course.
Just like it was back in Al Davis's day, where everybody knew Al Davis was the cancer, and their fans couldn't deal with that. They can't deal with Elway being the cancer.
And I was listening to an online platform, a few hours ago, blaming the special teams coordinator because they love to do that shit. They love to blame coaches because, it's the coaches that are fucking causing the issues, especially on that block punt. How's that the coach's fault? I mean, you guys are fucking morons. You Mile High Huddle. I'm calling you out. You guys, I'm sorry, but I'm getting really sick and tired of the bullshit in the line and defending of terrible ass players. Okay? You sit there and tell me with a straight face. And Sandy Clough brought it up this last week, and he probably got his balls chopped off this week and really didn't want to say it. But we all understand that Elway is this game came down to culture and dysfunction and player personnel. Okay? There's a difference. We don't have the player personnel on all 3 levels of the defense. I've been trying to tell people that special teams is important to winning a football game, because that is where your development is happening. And you guys just cannot get that through your fucking head, can you? You just can't.
No, they don't know about development. There's no sense of development. Development players, it's quick fixes. It's all the Elway. It's the Elway mentality. Band-aids, quick fixes.
Absolutely, drum the good players out of town like Andy Janovich and
promote shit players.
Yeah, and you brought up something. You messaged me right off the bat and saying, "Oh yeah, this is going to get ugly." You knew it before it was going to happen, because I saw it. I agreed with you. I'm like, yeah. I mean, you said this was a fucking shoe-in, STR. Look at that. You got your asses kicked in the trenches.
It definitely, this is a trenches game, too.
This is a Cleveland Browns game all over again.
Oh, but a bit different. With a twist to it. With
Jalen Hurts being fucking...
Yeah, with a twist.
Yeah.
With a twist, yeah. I thought it had a bit of the Ravens flair to it, too.
I think it had Browns, Raiders, and Ravens. I agree.
Yeah, it had that flair to it. So,
and who said that this was going to be their breakout game? This man right fucking here said it.
Yeah, I said this is a team that's looking for their breakout game. They're starting to get a little better. Their quarterback's getting a little bit better. Everybody's starting to get the stars are starting to line. Why isn't that they would be looking this as their breakout game? Did you hear anybody else say that?
No. Because morons.
No, we're going to go 6-4 and yeah. So let's, were these platforms promoting themselves after that Dallas win as being so correct, so right, so everything?
Yeah, we were right about Dre'Mont Jones and Justin Simmons. We told you.
It's just unbelievable.
I mean, you guys are. I cannot believe you like defending shitty players. I mean, honestly, and on the touchdown play, and okay, here we go again. This is some with Justin Simmons, with Patrick Surtain. Where was Justin Simmons once again?
He didn't help Surtain out.
I'm just
He
lucky.
doesn't help anybody out.
He sucks.
I know he's horrible. I know he's.
Now, if you do the all 22 this week or the Game Pass, whatever you do, just focus on him, because you're going to be like, oh my God, this was his worst game this year. I mean, this guy was so bad. It was so noticeable.
Well, they were exposing him.
Of course they were.
I would. I mean, I would do it too. If I was a offensive coordinator, I would. I mean, he stands out as. That's just where I want to be with the ball, because I can move the chains. I don't care if he. Oh, by the way, did he have a illegal hit on a player, helmet to helmet or something like that? No flag.
No flag. It was with Dallas Gobbert.
Yeah, was it incidental?
It wasn't a flag.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay. Somebody.
His one good hit per game.
His one hit per game. Well, the thing is I would rather have him be able to help over the top, help in the middle, bait a quarterback, and bait, not just get those lucky lollipops, but bait a quarterback into doing what Stearns did.
Or Mika Fitzpatrick up there in Pittsburgh is doing. And we could sit there and talk about, this, that, and the third with Justin Simmons. But, the only good play I've seen all season from him, I'll say one or two good plays, is the play against the Jets when he was going against a rookie quarterback and he actually baited the quarterback. That was one of the rare times I've seen it. And then the fourth down play last week. That was it. Those are the only plays I've seen him do this year that I've actually been like, okay, nice play. But these other plays are caused by other players, or it's the ineptitude on the quarterback's side or whatever side, whoever team they're playing. It's not his ability to be a game changer like a Steve Atwater, a Mika Fitzpatrick, and a Troy Polamalu.
Well, the only way we're going to get rid of him and Dre'Mont Jones and these guys,
I don't think Jordan can get rid of them, honestly.
Is when the new ownership comes and Elway's out of it completely out.
That contract. So they did it to themselves, and Peyton should have put up more of a fight than he did. And I'm putting the blame on Peyton too, because he signed off on it as well. And
that's why I don't apologize for Fangio. I was shocked. I said, why would you agree to be a defensive coordinator and take all the blame as a head coach? No, I would. Anytime Elway gives an assurance, there's no assurance at all.
And can we just
stab you in the back?
Can we just say the assurance is that this defense looks nothing like Fangio's defenses in the past?
I mean, we've been through that.
Oh my God, it is so inherently different.
Well, yeah, when he never had players in his whole time in the NFL. He had a hide. He had none of that.
I can't with this team. This team is just, they're dog shit. They're a bottom 3 team in the league. And I don't care what their record says. They got lucky breaks with the 3 wins they had at the beginning of the year. They got a lucky break against Dallas, who overlooked them. And they kicked the Falcons' butt today. So it's obviously it showed they overlooked us. And I mean, it's been said. This, what the Grains guy said, we are who we thought they were. They suck.
Yeah. Now they got to go up against the Chargers. They got the Chargers here at the house.
Oh yeah, after the bye this week.
Well, we're gonna have healthy people come back.
Oh, so it's gonna be a shoe-in. We're gonna beat the Chargers now, D-Mac.
Yeah. Yeah. And they all were saying this was a shoe-in. We're going to be 6-4. They were already getting into the playoff. I'll tell you what, that should have motivated this team, but I don't think it's a motivation issue. I think it's a player personnel issue.
Locker room issue. It's an organizational issue. And I said I said that locker room was dysfunctional after the Ravens game. It was clear. Well, this team fucking quit. This team quit today. This team quit against the fucking Raiders. This team quit against the Steelers.
Yeah. So which coach was Dre'Mont Jones venting his frustration, and specifically, what is his solution?
Fangio and Bill Kollar he was going after.
Okay. What are they? What are they doing with? I mean, he's not. I mean, here's the thing. If he actually gave push up the middle on a constant basis, I would listen to it. But the fact that a lineman can push him back with one hand and he goes like this while the lineman is pushing him with one hand, I'm not going to listen to you.
No,
I think Dre'Mont Jones is part of the problem.
Oh yeah, he's an entitled player like Justin Simmons.
Because they get who's protecting him?
Oh, Elway and STR.
Yeah. So we got to get that. All has to go. All that has to go.
And can I just say this? And I know I just want to bring up this point, okay? And I understand it's heated, we're going off, but this is something I have to say. I know that you like Bridgewater, okay? And I understand where you're coming from with it. But if
it's not I like Bridgewater, I dislike Bridgewater. Everything goes from the offensive line. He sucked today in every capacity that you could put. But then again, his whole from the center to the whole left side is gone. He has nothing there.
I understand that, but if you are right there able to make a play for a game, at least try and make a play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Lock. If that was fucking Drew Lock, I mean, heads would be turning. Okay.
No, it's not just that. You know what else he did is he had wide open receivers for touchdowns. But I have to look at. But this is the same thing that happened to Locke. It'll happen to Brady. It'll happen to anybody. It'll happen to Mahomes. When you can't trust your line, especially as bad as this line is, from the center all the way left over, you got ghosts and sugar plums and everything dancing in your head. You can't be competent.
Well, you need to be competent in making a tackle. You're a competitor. You're going to pay millions of dollars.
No, I agree with that. I'm not saying that. I agree with. And then Sandy Clough's excuse. He could hurt a finger. He could hurt a finger. Well, he could hurt a finger just being out there. So just stop with that already.
Peyton Manning broke his fucking neck and came back and played his ass off.
Yeah, I mean why are you out there if you're worried about breaking a finger? I mean, and I want to hear the apologies anymore. I'm just done with that. In that regard, yes, but I'm just. What really gets me is just that there ain't a quarterback that could function behind this mess.
I agree.
That Elway himself has created.
I agree, and that is what There's a division in this fan base right now. It is. There is a division in this fan base because I guarantee you, you have those, lover boys of Elway who, just suck on everything he gets, sucks on everything that he gets in free agency, draft, etc. And then you have guys like me and you who are frustrated by the product that this team has put out for the past 5-6 fucking years and realize that there's no ownership top down. And this is something else. We sit here and talk about the player personnel on this team and the coaching and the scouting department. You're right. Nothing is going to change until that fucker Elway is out of that building. And they have gotten rid of so many good scouts and GMs, like guys like Adam Peters, Champ Kelly. I think he is a really good GM. If he wasn't a yes man. And that's another thing with Elway. Just drum out the good people out of this organization. It's about me. I want this organization to be about me, and I want to be the reason why we won the Super Bowl. That's it.
Yeah, but yes. He's got to go. It's without
And players like Dre'Mont Jones, Jerry fucking Duty, and fucking Justin Simmons, they need to fucking go. Okay? They need to fucking go. I don't want Dre'Mont Jones on this team anymore. I don't want Jerry Jeudy on this team anymore. I don't want fucking Justin Simmons on this team. And if you guys watch this, all three of you fucking suck. I don't care. You guys have got so many fucking excuses from onion layers to cover your guys' ass. But when I watch the film and when I watch the All-22, you guys are being targeted each and every week in terms of game planning because they know that you guys are a liability out there. Okay?
Oh yeah. No, it won't change until we get the ownership, and we do have people calling up those places and saying it's not going to change until there's and that's when the cultural change happens. I don't know what it's going to be, but we are basically in the same situation that the Raiders were in back in the 90s with Al Davis, meddling and just screwing everything up all the time, and all these people defending him all the time. It just we're in the exact. And I knew this was going to happen. I said if Elway turns out to be a shithead, an idiot, that we're going to be stuck with everybody praising him, and we're going to be in the same situation as the Raider organization was back in the 90s. We got our own Al Davis now. The lucky thing is Kaiser wouldn't let him own any of this team, thank God. So new ownership comes, he is gone. And I know he's trying to save his legacy, but and again, I'm going to ask these people, what coach that's worth a salt would come to this clusterfuck? I mean, the reason they got Peyton or George Payton to sign is they offered him extended time beyond Elway. Yeah, extended time beyond Elway. You'll be able to be your own GM just because I'll be gone. But if I get owners, somehow I'll bring you along too. That's probably was. It's like, please don't. But at least you got. I thought a decent guy that if we get an owner that could probably maybe talk some sense into the owner. Please don't meddle. Please, I don't want to get a meddling, only come in and when they have to.
And it's frustrating for me because you guys have players like Natane Moody, Quentin Miners, Javonte Williams, Chad Stearns, Baron Browning, Jonathan Cooper, who are out playing guys like Justin Simmons and Dre'Mont Jones, who are vets on this team right now, and Graham Glasgow and Dalton Reisner. And they're outplaying all these veterans that everybody hyped up. PFF said they're the best at their position. John Elway saying that they're the reason why this team's going to turn a corner here in 2020, which I knew was bullshit, or 2021. My apologies. And I mean, you've seen it. This is the same shit we saw last year.
We continue to see it.
Same shit we saw last year. They refused to pull the guard that helped springboard the running game. And Javonte Williams, again, I'm happy I'm being wrong on that pick, and this guy's getting better each and every week. He's just not getting the carries that he deserves, and no wonder Phillip Lindsay was laughing at this.
Phillip Lindsay was laughing as he goes, this guy doesn't realize what he's getting into. They don't care. It's very important that we make sure Gordon gets that goal line handoff. Let's just make sure he gets that.
He would have never fumbled that ball. Guaranteed you. Guaranteed.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that.
But STR and Mile High Huddle want to say, oh, no, Gordon deserves that shit.
No, because he's what? He's a who pick?
He's an Elway player.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that you better stop listening to those people because we'll never get this ship righted. And when Elway goes, maybe those guys will go too.
And a guy that I know who is not going to be here next year is a guy named Kenny Young. I mean, this man.
It's a shit show. I know. It's a shit show. He doesn't want to. No, I would test the market. If I was him, I would test the market.
Of course. And what's his face? Bryce Callahan's going to leave and go be successful. Fangio's going to leave. Donatel's going to leave. Bill Kollar's going to leave and be successful, who I think is one of the best D-line coaches in the game. But he just has shit players to work with and privileged players like a Dre'Mont Jones, who's an absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah. Isn't Dre'Mont Jones acting a lot like Bowles?
Yeah, he's acting like a lot like Simmons. Like, oh, I deserve. I've earned the right to be a spokesperson on this team. You know what, motherfucker? You're not Malik Jackson or Neil Smith. So shut the fuck up.
I know. That's why I'm just gonna. I'll just wait for new ownership to come, and new coaches, and they're gonna say like, "You suck. You're out of here." Well, I think too. You know why I think Dre'Mont Jones is also upset is because he's been getting less and less because he sucks. They've been taking him out. They've been taking him out of rotation.
Great point.
So yeah, if it was Bruce Smith, I guess I would be more. If it was Von Miller, as much as they want to.
He's no.
Hold on a second. It's just that when Oakley, Dokley, Stokely, boy, they were just really how this guy's just the worst ever. But he never got up on a soapbox and yelled at coaches.
Who?
And he's more deserving of doing that than Von Miller. They were trashing Von Miller just constantly, but it's okay if Dre'Mont Jones, somebody who can't play with the shit, maybe only in their mind, but not in reality, he gets to go up and call the coaches out. But somebody like Von Miller is they need to get rid of him. Just go up and yell at coaches. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're perfectly fine. Dre'Mont Jones is no Carl Mecklenburg.
Oh no.
I mean, oh my God. And this, it's me and you are frustrated, and we have every right to be frustrated because we are fans of Pat Bowlen's legacy, and Elway is just.
We're a fan of a certain culture that used to be here. That I hear a lot of fans trying to put their finger on that. Saying, it was a lot different when we, but they don't realize why is that cultural change gone? It's not the fans, it's inside the organization. It's Dove Valley.
There's no accountability.
No. Well, the guy who should have been fired, it gave himself a promotion. How could there be accountability?
And to all the fucking fans out there who are accusing us for lying about, oh, well, he's not part of this organization anymore. He's down in Hawaii drinking margaritas. Oh my God. I love being right because it literally says director of player personnel. It literally says it on there.
GM, that's what Von Miller said. He said the GMs. It's not about what the GMs want.
Of course. He got it. He gets it. That's why he's happy to be out of here. And same with all the other players that we've gotten rid of over the years. Phillip Lindsay's happy to be gone. Chris Harris is happy to be gone. Andy Janovich is happy to be gone. Derek Wolf. And I don't think people understand how much Derek Wolf meant to Von Miller. Ever since Derek Wolf left, Von Miller hasn't been the same. And same with Malik Jackson. See, people do not get that. They don't get it whatsoever because of the chemistry that Derek Wolf and Von Miller had together. They don't get it. They will never understand that.
No, they won't. They don't.
Oh, but Dre'Mont Jones is better than those two players, according to PR.
Yeah. Do they really think keeping these players that can't play and drumming these coaches out, that's going to be the solution? Who do you get? Who would? I'm just trying to ask this question. People want all these coaches. Why would they come? Why would they be here?
I know who'll come here.
Well, Jim Fisher.
Jeff Fisher. That's my guy. He's a yes man.
Ted Lasso?
Yeah, Ted Lasso. And can I just say this for all the people that were to STR saying that, oh, the receivers for the Eagles are, not up to the par as the Cowgirls. Huh. They have a lot more speed than those guys do over there in Dallas.
Some of them say that they had speed, but they didn't want to talk about that.
Of course they did.
Talk about it.
And guess who exposed Surtain with speed? Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm giving Surtain a lot of crap. I think he's been okay. I think he's shown us some good.
He may be a bit injured, a bit nicked up too.
And Ronald Darby was the same way. I think Ronald Darby's been playing lights out the past 2 weeks.
They're not getting any help though. I told you they would not get help from either safety, really, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, Kareem Jackson. I think Kareem Jackson's checked out. I think he's happy he's just waiting for that final check to hit and he's out of here. And same with Kenny Young. He's putting out tape for 31 other teams. That's why he's playing so hard right now.
Who's going to pick up? Who do you think is going to pick up Fangio? Who needs a good defensive coordinator? And it's going to be hands off. Right now, who would be willing to?
Oh, I have 2 teams.
Who?
I think the San Francisco 49ers. He can go back to his stomping grounds, or the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, that would be. That'd be funny. And succeed. I could see him going to. I think he's going to go to a competitive team. He could go to, Green Bay. He can go to Buffalo. He can go to, Carolina. What happens if he went to the Chiefs?
Oh, good God. Or the Chargers.
Or the Chargers, yeah.
Because Brandon Staley's his protege. And I've been telling people that Brandon
I
Staley's...
wonder if he would stick it to Elway.
I think he would. I think him and Mike Munchak would.
Stick it to Elway. Well, he would definitely be with that deal. He said, don't worry about any criticism about the. I'll take care of that. Oh, sorry. It's getting late. God, it just, it's amazing.
This team's just a joke. It is. I'm tired of being right each and every week. Because when you take a deep dive into the film and the All-22, and me and you do it, and all the other online platforms say that they do it and they don't show film, but we show you guys film that gets 65 views. When you take a good hard look on this team for the Denver Broncos, the Eagles absolutely kicked our ass in player personnel, and it wasn't even close. Offensive, defense, and special teams. All 3 levels of their team are better than ours, and they proved that once again.
Well, and they're a team that's getting better each week.
Of course they are. My God, I wish we had their offensive line. I wish we had their offensive line. And we saw a guy named Trevor Siemian today that almost beat a good Titans team, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, Siemian, the guy who sucks, who's so bad and all that.
Yeah, bad, and he's behind a good offensive line and a good culture in New Orleans that your friend knows very well. They almost beat a good Titans team. So
he brought him back, right? He brought him back.
Yeah, brought him back. Was clicking, and I think the Titans are a really dangerous team. They have good player personnel. I think their offense and defensive line is one of the best in the league, and that's why they're on a 6-game winning streak atop the AFC. Shocker. Fucking shocker.
I know. These people, none of these people, STR, those online, they'll never get it. I mean,
receive the corners.
What we should do is we should take a look at safeties and take a look at the interior linemen and put them all up against these two and say, how come you guys, praise these two when you have players like this out here that are clearly head and shoulders above them?
I agree. And there's a guy that you wanted named Marcus Williams who's playing pretty good right now. I just want to put that out there. Same with Malik Hooker.
Oh yeah, we got trashed about that. They're playing great.
Yeah, they're playing great.
Yeah, that's that's why we're right too much. It's just they can't take it.
All the trolls. How's Rashawn Slater doing? You morons.
Yeah. They don't want to talk about that, do they? They don't want to talk about it.
I don't know shit. I don't watch the All-22. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to team building. You don't either. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. We're going to be right. We're going to show you this season. You're 5-5, and look how shitty both line plays doing. And safety play.
Dre'Mont Jones got a sack today. Dre'Mont Jones got a sack today. Oh, he didn't? Oh, I thought he got a sack.
He went up on the pedestal. He went up on the soapbox and bitched. Wasn't that worth something?
Yeah, thank you, Justin Simmons 2.0, you fucking moron.
Garrett Bowles.
Oh, Garrett Bowles? Yeah, guy, I can't. And I said Garrett Bowles would revert back to his old ways this year. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, grabbing the guy's face mask.
That video.
It was a good thing that he didn't play this game.
Oh, dude, Derek Barnett would have ate him alive. He was eating Calvin Anderson alive the whole game.
So that's what we needed to see.
Calvin Anderson, yes, better than Cameron Fleming. And Cameron Fleming is playing better than fucking Bobby Massey, Garrett Bowles, and Calvin Anderson combined right now. Against two legit edge teams in Cowgirls and the Eagles. Do
you think Fleming will be out of here too?
Yes. I know that was a George Payton move. That was not an Elway move.
Well, that's why. Yeah.
With Miners, same with Stearns, same with Browning, same with Samar Stephan.
Let me ask you this just really quick. Do you think that there is competition in that Dove Valley that's playing on John Elway's ego?
Yeah, that's Mike Munchak, Fangio, and Payton.
He does not like their picks being better than his, does he?
No, that's why you saw Melvin Gordon on that 4th and 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Warden Hazen for sure.
I agree with that. What a fucking trashy organization this is. Unbelievable. I'm so disappointed. I hate being a Bronco fan. I hate it right now. I want an owner. I want to be the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bills. That's what I want. That's all I'm asking for.
That model.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking for. I don't want anything. I don't want the headline moves. I just want good, sound football 101 moves. Is that hard to ask for?
Well, no. I got a receiver. I got a receiver for you also. I think I got him spying a quarterback too. See a quarterback.
Cam Newton?
Yeah, no offensive lineman, whatever you do. I don't want it to hear about it. We'll get whoever to play offensive. We'll get whoever to play defensive line, whatever. Yeah, whatever. We'll just get those whatevers.
Yeah, we'll get a Menelik Watson who will propose at halftime in a game. We'll get Menelik Watson who will propose at halftime during a fucking game. We'll get Adam Pac-Man Jones, who's had a troubled pass. We'll get
maybe Ruggs will become available.
We'll get guys like Mark Barron, who didn't even suit up for us. We'll get guys.
What about Deshaun Watson? I mean, he could be a really good.
Good God. We'll get rid of guys like Trinity Benson and bring in guys like David Moore and John Brown, who never did anything for us.
John Brown I want out of here. Please, I give up. Please let me out. Oh, that's too funny.
We'll get rid of Eric Schaubert at the end of the year, our best blocking tight end. Goodbye.
Tight ends, what's that? What is a tight end? Don't know.
Who was Elway's pick? who's
I
getting-
know 3 receivers. That's all I know. 3 receivers.
Yep, and Melvin Gordon.
And yeah, Melvin Gordon. Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
Christian.
Let's
Dalton
get rid of
Risner.
Lindsay. I tell you, let's get him out of here.
You know,
No,
and
let me ask you, wasn't STR and some of those online platforms just cheerleading that get rid of Lindsay? Yeah. See how that worked out for him, right?
yeah, see how that looked. And you know what tipped me off that I knew that everybody was praising Elway for that. No wonder that was Lindsay's mother who kept him here. People don't like to bring that up. And it wasn't Elway who got that pick. It was Lindsay and his mother who wanted to play for the Denver Broncos. Not Elway wanted Lindsay to play for Denver. That's why when his contract ran up, he was so happy to get him out of here because Lindsay made Elway look like a fucking moron.
Yeah. With who was Elway's pick out of college there? He was
David Williams, a guy from Arkansas.
Yeah. It's like who?
Who the fuck is that?
I wonder if Elway deep down doesn't even like the Williams we have now from Carolina because he didn't pick him.
I don't think I'm happy to be wrong in that pick, and I'm eating crows as I
No,
speak.
how does Elway really feel about it? Because he doesn't make. He looks better. It's kind of like Lindsay all over again. He doesn't. Gordon isn't looking.
He's getting shut up.
Yeah.
God, this team is pathetic. This team sucks. Justin Simmons, you're a joke. Dre'Mont Jones, you suck. I don't even know why you're starting. Oh man, I bench your ass.
That's why he wants to get another coach that'll. You listen to my daddy Elway. He'll tell you.
But that's what it is. Warren Hazen.
Yeah, that's why I like the original Longest Yard. I thought Eddie Albert played that really, really well. Very Elway-like. Shoot him, which is really get rid of him. Get him out the door. Him and Fat. Take a look at your notes, see if there's anything else you want to say.
How was the Broncos' red zone offense today?
Oh, as usual, in the crapper. How was the third down conversions today?
Pretty shitty. You know, at the end of the third quarter, you know how many yards the Broncos had? -4.
It's not Shermer's fault. He wasn't there. That was all Fangio's fault.
I have so much for a shoe-in today for the Denver Broncos. Fuck you, D-Mac and STR. Simmons late. I have that more than fucking a lot of this shit on here. Simmons late. Simmons not.
Simmons, let's praise him. Thank God we got Simmons. Thank God.
we might as well have Richard Simmons, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I guarantee you that PFF will give him a 99.9 grade for that pick today. Fucking morons. The PFF's a joke.
Yeah, they can go back drinking their tea and eating their crumpets. So.
Yeah, because the only thing they watch are game-changing plays and score them off of that, not look at the cold, hard facts. That Dre'Mont Jones is not oh, man, they have him too highly scored because he's a fucking Elway pick.
Well, yeah, but it was, Lindsay football. Lindsay football had him as below average.
That's
Lindy's football had him as ranked this year as below average. They had him ranked right.
Yeah, and I have right here, people were saying Hurts was not accurate, ? I mean, this guy, see, that tells you everything you have to know about the online platforms you're listening to in STR. If they're saying that shit, they're lying to you. Because he didn't look inaccurate to me today. The Broncos were pulling the guard on their first touchdown drive, and then they went away from it for, 2-3 drives. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. No fucking identity on this offense. None.
How many 3 wide receivers did we see that?
A lot.
Was he trying to load up during the game?
I think that's what he was trying to do, but he couldn't because he had a ghost in his head because that line was breaking down like normal. I think Kenny Young got exposed on some plays, certain running back dump off plays. I think he got exposed, but he was bringing the hammer to put film out for 31 other teams. That's why he's playing hard right now. Lloyd Cushenberry, I have him getting pushed back quite a few times.
Yeah, that's just standard procedure with him.
Yep, another Elway pick. I got my biggest note I have here is that 10-second play. You're right. It was delaying the inevitable, and that whole 10-second play at the end of the second quarter told me all I need to know about Justin Simmons. He is not even an above average safety. He is a below average safety at best. And
talk about the 10-second play for people.
Okay, so the 10-second play, it was near the end of the second quarter, and they were setting it up the whole drive. I was just waiting for it because I knew what they were doing because I saw it last week with the Chargers film. They were running the exact same type of plays they were to set up a Hail Mary pass to Watkins. And this guy's a speedy receiver in his second year, and they attacked. It was on the left hash marker, and it was 10 seconds left in the second quarter, and it was a deep pass to Watkins over Darby. And Darby's responsibility was to cover a portion of the field and Justin Simmons the second half portion of the field. That's why he let Watkins run past him over a little bit, because he thought that Justin Simmons would help over the top. Because
you know what? I got to blame him because Justin Simmons has not one time helped anybody over the top, not even once.
I agree with you 100%. But again, Justin Simmons he just let up on the play. They both did, and Justin Simmons specifically let up on the play because he couldn't get there in time because he doesn't have the makeup speed to do it. No. And that really pissed me the fuck off because that right there told me you're paying him 4 years, yep, $61 million fucking dollars. And that is what you're getting right now. That type of play consistently in that backfield.
Absolutely consistently, yes. Yes, I've showed it so many times. I mean, that's why that these platforms and everybody, because I actually show the film. I show it.
Yeah, those other platforms don't, but you do, and you get 67 views.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, that's why they have to. Well, 67 views is why they have to say, but you got to understand he's the best. Because they know that we're showing film, we're exposing this guy all the time. When he's exposing himself, the opposition is exposing him. So I just have to also say that I will be doing a lot of work, so I won't be able to do a film review. God, this film review probably would take. It would probably be too much. It'd take a whole week to probably break it down and put it on out there for everybody to see. It would take too long. There's so much to break, so many breakdowns to break down. But it all starts with the lines. The lines are breaking down, correct?
Like we predicted, again.
And 2 weeks. Well, maybe I got. 2 weeks time? Maybe I can put something together a little bit at a time before the Charger game.
We have a bye this week, so
it's going to be tough.
I can finally get away from a shitty product and actually watch a good product on Sundays, and then I can watch my Huskers get their asses kicked on Wisconsin. So I have a fun week to look ahead towards. I got the Huskers on Saturday, and I got no Denver on Sunday. So, woohoo!
N is for knowledge.
Thanks, appreciate that.
You know that they scouted me out of high school. They wanted Nebraska did. They wanted to put me on a big program.
Probably because you were a Husker player. You were the ones they were looking for. They were maulers, hard-hitting people.
I was playing
Here
corner.
comes Downs. You didn't play football, you liar.
Well, I was playing corner, and they wanted to move me to defensive end of all things. They were talking about because they projected me at 6'5".
So Osborne taking a look at you then.
Yeah, it was 79. It was 79.
Vaney?
I don't know. Their scouts came out.
Devaney must have liked you.
Well, yeah, well, they were. I'll tell you what, they were out there. We had a guy on the opposition in Golden, or not Golden, Green Mountain. The NFL, he was a quarterback, and the NFL was already looking at him. The NFL, he was good. He was really good, but he didn't even want to play college. He said, "Fuck no." He said, I'm gonna take over my father's business." And he was very. He was in high school, and he was like a 40-year-old. A high school kid that was like a 40-year-old. But he was damn good. But yeah, they projected me, but I had Osgood-Schlatters disease, so no defensive end for me.
Well, wish Nebraska could go back to their glory days, but see what happens.
Well, it's all about recruitment. It's all about systems.
Well, let me just say this. I'm happy they brought back Scott Frost for another year. I'm tired of going through coaches. They're just like Denver, going through coaches, seeing what works. I'm happy they brought back Scott Frost to, at least give him a chance and see what we can do here. Brought back Trev Alberts as athletic director. I like that move. I like Trev Alberts. He was one of the best linebackers back in the day at Nebraska. See what happens. They need to get back to it's like Iowa's doing.
Nebraska was always known for their lines back in the day, the heyday.
Midwest.
That's probably what they need to get back into is
Iowa and Wisconsin, what they're doing right now. Getting those farm boys out of the Midwest.
Get them out, get those lines working.
Like a Quinn and Miners. Just want to put that out there. Ryan Ramczyk.
Yeah. I don't know Ryan Ramczyk. I don't know any of that. I don't know I don't know any of that.
Garrett Bowles.
I just know Judy. I just know Simmons. That's all I know. Garrett Bowles. Garrett Holt.
He got picked before Ryan Ramczyk.
By who?
By Elway. And Mike McCoy. Don't forget about Mike McCoy.
Do you think that
he was pounding the table for I heard there's a report that came out that Mike McCoy and Elway were pounding the table for Garrett Bowles.
Well, it's probably Elway.
But Mike McCoy, give me a fucking break with that dude. God, that guy sucked.
I know Sports Talks Radio even still likes to try to promote him a little bit.
Of course, because he's the one that reinvented Peyton Manning's career.
Yeah. All right. I can't think of anything. I just was listening, and it sounded like a train wreck, and it turned. I said, this looks like it's going to get ugly.
Yep. You're right.
Gordon.
Thank you, Gordon. You moron. Thank you, Elway, because you are the of a nonsensical GM who doesn't know shit about football 101. Yet you won Super Bowls with a great offensive line. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Whatever.
That's a mystery. All right. Let's get some sleep.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye.